Don Corrigan, your thoughts after that very, very tight game tonight?
Oh, it was a great game from start to finish, very exciting, and a grandstand finish. And unluckily for us, we came out the wrong end of it this time, but fair play to Carrick. They fought hard all through, and over the course of the 65, 70, or was it 75 minutes was played in total there tonight. I think there was 8 minutes of injury time. Carrick earned the win.
In terms of what you were expecting coming into this game, is that kind of what you're expecting from Carrick? Because 2 weeks ago, I don't think anyone in the county would have expected that from them.
Yeah, well, they got a bad defeat 2 weeks ago, but I've seen before where a bad defeat like that can galvanise a team, and obviously they've reacted very well to it. I saw them against Ahawillan last Monday, so that was a big result for them, and that was an even bigger one there tonight for them. So, fair play to them. They responded well, and that's a sign of a good team. So they're in a good place now. They should make the quarter-final. So we have Fenagh to play next week, and if we win that, we top the group. So that's our focus now.
It almost seemed like a carbon copy of last week's game. The opposition come up, they score a late goal in injury time, and then 2 scores to snatch it back for Carrick. In terms of what you do now, because obviously it doesn't affect your progression to this quarterfinals really in terms of, but it may affect who you play. Is that a concern at this stage?
Not really. Every game that we play, we look at the things we did well and build on them, and then more significantly, I suppose, we look at the things that we didn't do so well, and there were a few things there this evening, aspects of our game that we'd be disappointed with. So we'll look at that and we'll try to put it right against Fenagh, because once you've got a league format to the championship, it's about building a team, sorting out maybe the men for the positions, etc. So we're happy with the way that we're progressing. We know we have a lot of work still to do, and I suppose that game there tonight reinforces that we have loads of work to do, because last year, I was saying to the lads, we coasted through the qualifying group, and at the end of the day that does you no good. I think it's important to get good tough games in the build up to the knockout stages of the championship, and I thought that game there had the feel of a knockout game, and that's brilliant preparation going forward into 3-4 weeks time. So whilst disappointed with the result, I was delighted to get a top quality performance, real hard honest contest where both teams went at it, and I think in the long term it might do us no harm.
Some very fine individual performances as well as part of the team there. Wayne McKeown looked like he was 10 years younger than he actually is. He just seemed to be running the show for large periods of the game from centre field. Wayne
is an outstanding footballer, and he's a great leader, and he's one of the key men on our team, and he stood up there tonight. And there were a number of other men who stood up as well. I thought Tom Pryor's goal was exceptional, and then obviously we're disappointed that we didn't hold on and push on from that. But that's a lesson for us. The game is never over until the referee decides to blow that final whistle, and no one has control over that final whistle bar the referee, and we found that out to our cost the other night, because we didn't know how long he was adding on. And the time just kept going on. So listen, it's a hard lesson for us, but I think a good lesson, and I'd like to think we'll be the better for it.
How much of an impact did the black cards at each side go for your one? A little bit shorter than Carrick one. They got a full 10 minutes in terms of David O'Connell saw the bench for 10 minutes during the second half late on. You probably didn't capitalise enough on that, whereas Carrick seemed to take advantage of Dean McGovern's petulance, probably the right word.
Yeah, Dean will regret that one, but you learn from these things, and Dean will be a smart enough player to learn. He had a great game overall there tonight, and fair play to Carrick. They made that extra man count in that extra few minutes, and I suppose they had that extra bit of hunger about them too, because if they had to lose tonight, they were probably gone from the championship, but now they're very much alive in it, and I'd expect to be seeing them in the latter stages of it.
Would they worry in coming up against them maybe at a semi-final or final stage down the line?
Oh well, Carrick are a fine side, and I know Dennis Connaughton from the past. He did a fantastic job with Longford when he was in charge of the Longford senior team, and I know he's going to add serious value to Carrick. So with Dennis in charge and a quality team there, they're going to be thereabouts. There's no doubt about that.
Hard luck today. I think we'll be seeing you plenty of you for the weeks to come though.
I hope so.